What's up guys, Josh here. Today I wanted to bring up a serious matter if you drive a Toyota Supra or any type of one of these BMW cars that I am eventually going to mention in the video, and it's something that is like really critical, and you should essentially get to a dealership from where you got it from, or a Toyota or BMW dealership ASAP, because this is something that's really serious, and I'm about to get into this. So basically, BMW made a recall due to the fact that when you would start up the car, like when you go to hit the brake, you lose power, meaning it's a hell of a lot harder to push the brake down and stop the car, and that's not good. If like somebody like runs out into the street, or you really need to use a brake, or somebody cuts you off and you need to use the brake for that, it's going to be a lot harder too, and it could lead you to crashing, and that's not good. So figuring out I would just like jump right into it, and I'm going to explain further the background of this recall and things of that nature. So those of you who haven't really heard much about the Toyota Supra, I would assume that most of you have anyway. Toyota Supra, is a Supra that, came back to life in 2019, and it is essentially based off of the BMW Z4. It's like they just took a Z4 and just slapped the Toyota label on it and things of that nature. So it's not really important for this video, but I figured, I'd mention and tell you what it is. It was built by the Austrian firm Magna Steyr. That's how you pronounce it. Magna Steyr. That's what it looks like to me, so apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I should have checked how you pronounced it, but I did not. This group manufactured the Mercedes G-Wagon and the soon-to-be discontinued Mini Baseman, which is some type of car that they make, and they're no longer making it for some reason. So yeah, this car is basically like the same engine and suspension, and like basically all those parts of the BMW. So I'm not lying when I say like the Supra is like a BMW Z4. However, BMW and Toyota had a partnership where they built sports cars together, which is where this came into the picture, and this is how this was built. The project was announced in 2012, and it moved very slowly, and it seemed that they really got like moving in 2018. So that's a little background of that partnership. And BMW North America issued this recall on August 2nd for just over 50,000 cars. So that's a pretty big portion of the cars that they made, and all the other BMW cars. 13,014 of these cars were Toyota Supras, which were built from February 2019 to June of 2021. So the last Supra has this recall as well. It's not really just like Ford and all the other American manufacturers constantly making recalls. It's this too. Just saying that like things happen. May not happen with the foreign really specifically all the time. Not that I hear, but it's something that does happen from time to time. So this problem was addressed by the NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Association. So they detected this problem and decided to make a recall from there, which was a great call on them. So basically, how this problem really came about was the engine management software. Like it could cause braking assist issues at startup, meaning when you start the car, it's especially like if you started to get it moving, you would be able to tell easily that the brake isn't really working the way it's supposed to. It's not really not. It's not at all. Like I said, it would make it a lot harder to stop the vehicle, which is definitely more dangerous because someone may not really know until it's kind of too late, even if they're trying to back out and somebody just kind of goes by them a little quick, trying to back out of a parking space or driveway or wherever, and the brakes aren't working up to par. So the BMW cars that are a part of this recall are the 2020 M340i, M340i X Drive, 540i X Drive, X3 M40i, and the 2020 to 2021 X4 M40i, 745 LEX Drive, and 2019 and 2021 Z4 M40i vehicles. So basically the other vehicles in the M40 class as well, just I just went by what I saw online and, just pretty much laid it out as it was pretty much like what it said. But the good news for the Supra owners, as well as owners of these other vehicles, will get to go to the dealership and get their software upgraded free of charge. So I think this problem had something to do with maybe a computer malfunction, and it caused the brakes to, really just like fail out and not work at all. So I know those would argue and say that like computers are not all perfect, which I don't believe computers are all perfect either. So something, just an error code in the software. Letters about this to the owners are expected to be mailed on October 1st, so this is your advanced heads up that, you might want to talk to a dealership of where you got this car from that's on the recall list. And there's a website, you can go on the nhtsa.org/recalls. Go on their site and you can just enter the VIN number of any car. It doesn't have to be a BMW or a Toyota. And you can see for yourself if your vehicle has a recall, and if it does, go and take care of it ASAP. And with that, that wraps it up for this video. So I just figured, I'd give everyone that I can a heads up, hey, maybe you might want to get any of these vehicles that you have checked up and fixed if there's anything wrong with it. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up there. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on one of my videos. And along with that, I'll see you next time.